a podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
I'm Christina Kann.
And I'm Leela Hilton.
And this is Burn Before Reading.
Yeah.
The podcast about shiterature.
We are here again trying our best with this intro to go over the cringy and terrible writing you did when you were younger and talk about some other cringy literary topics along the way.
It's just us today.
Just the two of us. Don't copyright us, just the two of us.
Uh-huh. Nice. Okay. Very nice. It is just the two of us, and that's because it's a Tina day, and we don't always need to inflict that on everyone else. Leela, how the fuck are you?
I'm doing great, actually. I had a wonderful weekend and am at my new job, working from home.
Oh, hell yeah. How's that going?
It's good. I'm not doing anything because they still haven't assigned me any. I'm like recruiting, so they haven't assigned me any open requisitions yet. So until that happens, I'm training a bit here and there, looking over, poking around, and then getting some reading done. So.
Yeah, hell yeah, girl.
Yeah, I finished Yellowface finally, so I need to bring that back to you. I loved it. It was so good.
Okay, yeah, I really liked it too. We've been talking about maybe covering it on the main feed because it's not literary cringe, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking about that a lot as I was reading it.
I think we should.
Okay, yeah.
All right, maybe we'll do an epi soon.
Okay, cool. Tina, what's been cringing you out this week?
This is like a real pathetic cringe, but I sleep like I'm dead. Like I sleep so heavy. I'm a good sleeper. It's my superpower. And I have started waking up for the past maybe like 6 months. Every once in a while I'll wake up with just like a very sore neck or back. And it's because I think I just like do not move, not even a little bit, not even at all while I'm sleeping. And it makes me feel so old. So I just have like a sore neck for no reason. And that's my cringe. It awaits.
That stuff really like will ruin your day, though. I hate having a sore neck or like a sore like shoulder area. It's the worst.
Yeah, and like I do yoga, but it's not a cure.
No.
Like it just maybe will stretch it out a little bit, but like I don't know what the fuck else I can do.
Maybe you can sweet talk Court and be like, want to still practice?
Oh, yeah. I do need to get her to do a massage on me. I also have like a massager, like a big old muscle massager. But sometimes when I'm like pounding it into my neck, I'm like, this is going to give me scoliosis. I shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, I feel the same way. We have like a massage gun, which maybe that's what Jason uses it like every day on his sore little handsome Squidward legs. They're so sore. I guess he's just
why? What?
I don't know. I mean, I guess he's like up and down a lot during the day taking pictures.
I just feel like you would get used to it.
I don't know. It's like it's a thing. He's always sore, and then sometimes his back is sore too. So he's always hammering that thing into himself. But I like kind of can't handle it. Like I feel like
he needs to do yoga.
Yeah. Those things I do, I'm like, sometimes I'm like, you're not a professional, Jason. You may be not doing good things to your bod.
Yeah. Just pounding it. Pounding it unprofessionally.
Yep.
What is cringing you out lately, Leela?
This weekend on Saturday, I overslept and like totally flaked on my friend for brunch. So that's...
Who was it? Someone we know? We jesters that listeners.
No, this is she's my physical therapist, but she's so cool that we're trying to make it work outside of work, and outside of PT. And it would have if I had gotten out of bed, but she's like you, where she's like, oh, brunch, 9 a.m. And I'm like, no, that's breakfast. How about, I was like, the best I can give you is 10:30.
But you couldn't.
I couldn't because my alarm, I looked it up. I set it when I was super drunk from the Halloween party the night before, and I had set it for 9:30 p.m. So
I can't wait for you to have kids, so we'll finally be on the same cycle.
What do you mean?
You'll
so I'll
have
be
to
up
wake
early?
up at like 6:30 like I do.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, honestly, my cousins, the Oberfelds, they all, I don't know, I think they just, I don't know if they just train them or what, but they've been sleeping in like for a very long time. I feel like those kids at like 4 or 5 years old sleeping in until like 10:30
That's
every weekend.
unusual. You're not going to get that.
Well, that's
that
what I
is
want.
really unusual.
I want it. Anyway, I'm sorry, Sam. I
And
love you.
for the record, I don't eat breakfast these days, so a noon breakfast sounds great to me, Leela.
Okay, look at you go. You not no breakfast. That's big for you.
Well, it's just since I started counting calories, it's just like a lot easier. You know, intermittent fasting, a lot of people do it, and it's a lot easier to stay under my calories if I just skip breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm not anti-breakfast when I'm like hungover, I eat breakfast because otherwise I'll die.
Yeah.
You know, like when my brother was in town, he wanted to go get breakfast. I don't have an eating disorder, but
No, I know.
but I'd be skipping breakfast.
I am bad about breakfast. I've always been, because it's when I wake up, especially, and when I have to be up, in my words, early, which would be like 8 or 9 a.m. Or anything before then, I'm like not
or
hungry.
10:30 to meet a friend.
I'm not hungry even a little bit. So
Yeah, Sean always eats Belvita, and I'm really enunciating because it's not a block of cheese. Belvita biscuits, you know, and so that way you can just kind of like gnaw on them. You don't really have to be hungry.
I guess what I've been doing that's been good. The only thing is that when I work out in the mornings, I have to have something in me other than coffee, because I find that I don't get a good workout. Like my body's like running on fumes, and it's like, bitch, what are you doing?
Yeah, totally.
And so I usually, what I'll do is I'll just like shove a couple spoonfuls of peanut butter down my throat, and then like try to eat as much of an apple as I can, which is usually not much.
That is a solid breakfast.
Good enough,
not
right?
to be this way, but like you could put the peanut butter on the apples and it might make both better.
It's true. That's the preferred method, but usually I'm like on the go. So
I feel you. Yeah, I do really like getting up and going on a run on an empty stomach.
Really?
But yeah, something about it. I think it's like after my morning shit, but before I eat, I'm like, I'm light as a bird.
Yes.
I can go so fast. The wind will take me away. But the second I get back, ravenous. Absolutely ravenous.
Yeah. I like usually can't make it home without stopping at like Wawa or something if I'm like going home after PT in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, I'm hungry, which is good. I like that, because on days like that, what I'll do is I'll eat like a really big breakfast, and then I just kind of like will maybe have a snack and then have normal dinner. And
yeah, it's all about like calories in a day.
Yeah.
However you need to get them, everyone's different.
Yeah, there's no like correct way to eat. You just have to kind of find what's healthiest and what works for your
I was gonna say,
life.
as long as you're eating.
Yeah.
I guess eating disorders are on the brain, because before we hopped on this Zoom call, I was glancing through a lot of my old writing, and there's a non-zero amount of eating disorders in that writing, but I don't think in today's piece. Do you like that segue?
Ooh, yes. And which one are we going with again? Jazz?
Yeah, this document is titled Jazz's Confessions, a title which I would have, if I had moved this on to publication, I would have had to eventually change that title. Can you just say it out loud for me?
Jazz's Confessions.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
It's like the same with like a James, like James's Confessions.
And you wouldn't be able to name your book that either. It's too much.
It's bad.
It reminds me of the word syzygy.
Oh my God.
It's like a science word that I learned from reading fucking 3 Body Problem.
Okay.
Syzygy. Yeah, Jazz's Confessions.
Jazz's syzygy.
Syzygy, by the way, is when like 3 bodies, oh my God, the 3 bodies that are the problem, when they're in like a perfect line.
Oh, so is that not a real science word?
No, it is.
Oh.
But I learned it from the book, The 3-Body Problem.
Okay. I need more information at a later time.
Wait, about what?
That I don't understand. What 3 bodies? 3 bodies in real life?
No, I'm so sorry. Like, okay, you know how an eclipse is when one celestial body blocks out like a second celestial body?
Yes.
I don't know if it needs to be 2 or 3, because in the book there was 3, but maybe it's just 2. But that's called syzygy, when they're in like perfect line like that.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, syzygy.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're so welcome. I would never leave the listeners just wondering about the nuances of the word syzygy after I drop it like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it one more time, syzygy. It's a fun word.
This ain't your mama's science podcast.
Definitely isn't. She knows so much less than me. She doesn't read science fiction.
So true. It's not a popular mom genre.
Yeah. Oh my God. We don't like to make generalizations, but I'm trying to think of one mom that I have ever known who reads science fiction.
Takena? Maybe?
Oh yeah, our friend Takena. I guess I meant of our mom's generation. But you're right that we have friends who are moms, but Brooke fucking hates science fiction.
There it is. Is something going to happen to me
fiction.
when I get pregnant? I'll hate it. That sucks. That's like something cool about myself.
That you like science fiction?
Yeah, baby. I'm not
She's
like other.
not like other girls.
Not like other girls. Jinx.
So we have been doing this podcast for about a year now. Leela, I kept missing this.
What?
We passed our 50th episode we passed our 50th episode.
Wow.
So we are actually a little over a year into the podcast.
Oh my God. Yay. That's so much content. You're welcome, everyone.
Hell yeah.
And also thank you.
Because we launched on November 1st, 2023. So happy anniversary, Leela.
Oh my God. Happy anniversary, Tina.
I love you.
I love you too.
And to celebrate over on the Patreon, we did a really cool cover of John Tucker Must Die. Go check it out. Support the pod. We need it now more than ever. But we're a little bit into the pod now. We've kind of established our tone. Mm-hmm. We're maybe casting about for content. And unfortunately for everyone involved, that means we're going to start reading some of my novels.
I mean, I'm ready. I think I am familiar with your tone and your author's cadence.
Yes. Yeah, it is actually. I think my cadence is like kind of remarkably consistent over the years. So I have like several books. I have several like parts of books. Some of them mean more to me than others. Some of them are better than others. But this one that we're going to start with today, I wrote 80 pages of a novel.
Wow.
So we're going to do it in a couple sessions. Because it's a book and because it's just the two of us, Leela, I thought we would do the old tried and true method that we enjoy, where I'll just read a couple lines, we'll roast it, stop me at your leisure. I'm not going to read just like a chunk because why do that? That's not fun. That's not fun for this kind of shit. So this is called Jazz's Confessions, which I probably wrote maybe 2005, 2006. I was maybe 14, 15. Leela.
Yeah.
Tell me if you at any point figure out what popular television sitcom this book is based off of.
Okay. And
remember the last one was based off that 70s show?
Yes. Oh, perfect. Okay.
I was keeping the font small on purpose so you couldn't read ahead.
I tried, though.
Okay. We begin in media res. I know you like worship Satan and everything, but don't you think you can act normal for just one afternoon? My mother and I were in the kitchen cleaning up from lunch. Actually, I was cleaning while Mom was standing, racking her brain for any way to persuade me to wear a short, itchy, hand-me-down dress. She'd already said just about everything, and I was about to agree with her devil-worshipping comment just to bother her, when Mom held up the horrible, awful, frilly dress again. You'd look so pretty. Grandma would just love you. That's the problem, I said, knowing what would happen if Grandma thought that I'd changed from my old black-wearing, sarcasm-favoring self. Looking nice would only encourage her to stay longer. Mom held up a finger. You know, I thought of that, but I made sure her train tickets were round trip. Grandma comes today, she leaves day after New Year's, no matter what. She shook the dress in my face. It made an ominous, scratchy sound. No way. Mom surrendered and reached into her pocket. I'll give you $20. Deal. I grabbed the bill and the dress and ran up to my sister's in my room. She'll be here in half an hour. Make sure you're pretty in time, Mom called after me. Okay, Leela, what are some first impressions?
Okay, so conservative. No, not if she was conservative, she would be way more freaked out. I mean, more conservative mom, gothy girl.
Always. Black wearing, sarcasm favoring self.
I don't know. I don't know what show yet. I need to hear more of it to know what it was inspired by.
All right. Getting a bit of mom kind of navigating between the generations.
Okay.
Or something.
Okay.
All right.
Roseanne.
How did you know?
Because it was the last thing you said.
What? What's the last thing?
Mom navigating between generations, which I don't even know if that's that show, but I guess it just reminded me of other shows you like.
Oh my God, that's so funny. This is based on Roseanne.
Okay. Yeah. Sarcasm, love. Okay.
Okay. So this is a great time to take a break and tell you about my obsession with Roseanne.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let me see what years that ran. Like, not that I even want to be Googling the word Roseanne now, because Roseanne Barr is not okay anymore. Roseanne, a sitcom launched in 1988. It ran for 10 seasons. Notoriously starring Roseanne Barr, whose picture is not populating on Google, which I think is a sign that even Google is like, not this one.
Wow.
I forget what she has done. Hold on.
You know who I always get her confused with? Rosie O'Donnell. Just because at the same time, they were both quite big.
Oh, yeah. I get what you mean. Wait, aren't they both bad?
I get them again. I get them confused. Wrong? I don't know. I've seen some really sweet. I saw a really sweet TikTok of her, like just being very, very sweet and kind to little baby Brittany.
Okay, so maybe Rosie O'Donnell is great. Roseanne Barr has tweeted some racist shit. I think she's done some other stuff. I just couldn't remember.
I know Roseanne Barr is no good, but I could be. Maybe Rosie O'Donnell's bad too. I don't know.
No, I don't think she is. Oh my God, protect her.
Ooh, had a feud with Trump. Okay, love it.
Good for her. Okay, we celebrate that. So anyway, Roseanne is like a show about like this shitty family.
Yes.
Like, it really glorified like the American poverty, like American Midwest poverty chic.
Yeah.
Like it really, it was like, I think it was hard. It was a hard time, but it really kind of like glorified the nagging mom trope instead of like condemning it. It like really glorified like familial fighting and like everyone was always just like shitty to each other, and the mom was like the queen shit, like the Roseanne. They were just like bad to each other. The kids were always doing like crazy shit. The oldest kid, Becky, was like a pretty girl, played in later seasons by Sarah Chalk. The youngest, I forgot his name. Oh, DJ. He was just like a little boy, the idiot boy. I don't know. And then the middle child, Darlene. Let me tell you, she was cool. She was cool. She didn't care about you. She didn't care about anything. She was a punk, but not even because she didn't care about punk stuff. She was, I think, looking back, I haven't watched the show in 20 years, but I think looking back, she was probably just like a nerd.
Yeah.
But like, she was like very sarcastic, pretty quiet, like very dry, very smart. She was like the only one in the whole house who read books. And she had the cutest boyfriend in the whole world. When I was 14, fucking fucking Johnny Galecki from Big Bang Theory played Darlene's boyfriend David, and he was the hottest person I had ever laid eyes on. And this like 90s like flannels and like Henleys, like, oh my god, like he was so cute to me. And
Aww.
because they were a low income family portraying a lot of low income stereotypes, like the kids just got away with whatever they wanted. So at some point Darlene like moved David into the house. Like, it was crazy. So I really was like, wow, what if Darlene? And I remember one time my mom and I having a fight, and she asked me, are you trying to be like Darlene from Roseanne? And I was like, no, because it's embarrassing to copy someone, but I totally was. Yeah. And they were young. Like, they look maybe like 14, 15 in this picture?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. They do look really young. They look like young high schoolers.
Yeah, they're very young. Okay. So back to Jazz's confessions. Jazz based on Darlene from Roseanne. Okay. Keelia, which is the name I'm sure I invented, was lounging on her bed with a beauty, stupid teenage girl of the 21st century, because what is this generation coming to magazine?
Okay.
It's all hyphenated. As I walked in, she flipped her hair.
No! Drink!
Oh my god, like I really hated preps, and like the only way I was like, how do I convey in one line that this is a vapid prep? She flipped her hair.
I don't know if I've ever seen someone like do that in real life, like unless they were kidding.
I have been known to flip my hair quite a bit in my life. Not like a gay caricature flip, but like the way that you just kind of like, you maybe not, but the way that straight haired girls can kind of just like run their fingers through it, like that's not a hair flip.
Oh, that's what you're thinking of flip.
I don't think it is. No, I don't think it is. I think that at that time I was thinking of the old over the shoulder flip.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I was trying to say something. There's this episode of Boy Meets World that has always really stood out to me when Topanga gets her haircut for the first time, and she's like suddenly quite hot because she has this like haircut that's taken over her brain. And Corey is like, oh, you want to come over? Like, whatever. And she says, with this outfit and this hair, hello, bye-bye, I'm so at the mall. And she flips her hair and she turns away and walks away from him.
I love Topanga.
Like, I do too. And she learns in that one episode that she's actually not hot shit just because she got a haircut, but her hot shit comes from deep within or whatever.
You know, in high school, some kids used to say that I looked like Topanga.
What?
I know. I had blonde hair. I don't know. I had big blonde curly hair.
It used to be not so curly, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't it a bit wavier? I remember from that music video, what was that called?
The Skin That I'm In.
Yeah, The Skin That I'm In.
That was 12
classic,
though.
an American classic.
But in high school, yeah, it was more wavy and it was blonde.
Okay,
and,
that tracks.
I have
her hair
big
was
lips.
wavy sometimes, but in a fake way.
Yeah, I don't look like Topanga though, but I definitely appreciate that compliment.
What they're saying is you look like America's sweetheart and you look great with a beret.
Love that. So true. Both true.
As I walked in, she flipped her hair. I don't know if it was habit or she did it to show off, but flipping hair was something she did entirely too often.
Got it.
Every time I walk into our room, I nearly gag because the first thing I see is an awful pink wall.
Wednesday Addams.
Keelia's side of the room is entirely pink. It's horrible. Her furniture is pink and feminine, and there are pictures of boy bands covering the entire area over her bed. But then I walk over to my side of the room where the wall is painted with an awesome chalkboard paint so I can doodle all over it.
Whoa.
Would you believe I'm not like other girls?
Totally. The texture of chalk is like kind of like a sensory nightmare to me. So,
oh god, me too.
Yeah. But I get the appeal of it. Like, oh my god, if you can get over that, then it's like really cool to make art with. but
Yeah,
I
no,
can't.
I definitely. And also, like, having chalk dust, like, over your bed.
Oh, yeah.
No way.
No, that's no good.
I want to talk about, like, the not like other girls, like, feminine self-loathing that
Yeah.
is apparent in a lot of work by and for girls of this age, and also
Yes.
almost everything I wrote in high school. Because I am today what they call a femme.
Yes. There really wasn't a word for,
You said girly girl.
yeah, girly.
I'm not
Yeah, she's a girly
girly.
girl, or she's
And
a tomboy. Those are the two
Yes.
options.
Those are your two options, or like a goth, which it was a secret third option.
It's true. And goth, like skater girl.
Yeah, like alt girly.
Yeah. But a lot of
we
that
didn't-
still
we
had
didn't say
like little
girly back then.
flowers and things hidden places.
I don't know. So I think the words like femme and mask are like a modern rendition where it's like you don't actually have to be a girl to be femme. You don't actually have to be a man to be mask. I just did that thing that people do where they say girl and man, like grown women are also girls. That's just because I identify as a girl. But yeah, like I'm sitting here looking at my pink computer. The tower of my computer is pink. The keyboard is pink. The tabs on my browser are pink. The lamp is pink. My coffee warmer is pink. My charging cable is pink. My fucking like desk, what do you call it? That pad you put on your desk, it's like a mouse pad, but like way bigger. Pink. So it's not that I don't know. Maybe I didn't like pink back then, but I really just think that I was like, I'm different and better.
There was something kind of like, it was like too much to have pink be your favorite color back then. Like I was always like, okay, purple is my favorite color. And I love purple, but I love pink too. But I feel like I always felt like I couldn't say pink was my favorite color.
It's too much. It's too on the nose.
Yeah, it's too girly. Don't remind people.
At this time, I believe my favorite color was green.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I'm such a hippie. I love trees. I just think about how different I might have been if I had like really embraced my femininity, or if I just like really wasn't meant to explore it at that time,
Yeah.
But it makes me sad for girls like Kelia, which R.I.P. Say that name out loud.
Keela.
Yeah, it does look a lot like Leela.
There's one I too many, if you can believe it.
It's Kelia. That's really hard and annoying. That's an annoying girl's name. I was like, what am I going to name her so people know she's annoying just from the name?
It is pretty annoying. And then also Kei to me says K, like lay. But people think my name is Leila, and they think that's Leela. So
I'm gonna look it up. I got all my baby names from the
no
internet.
matching name.
No match on babynames.com. Name meaning Kelia. They're like, nobody would ever name their kid this. Not found. No, it is. I did make it up. It's just not coming up at all. Oh,
there's Keela. Oh, there you go. Kelia.
No, this is. It's
like, did you
where'd
mean?
that go? Hold on. Shit. This page just says, one user from Australia says the name Kelia is of New Zealand origin.
Ooh.
It means beautiful and independent.
One user. Okay. Look up New Zealand Kelia.
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 Yeah, this is nothing. This is not helpful at all. Okay. I flung the dress onto my bed. Kelia looked at it and chuckled to herself. What are you wearing when grandma comes over? I asked defiantly. Kelia tossed her magazine into a pile and said, I'm allowed to wear my normal clothes because I don't dress like a freak. Kelia's and my ideas of dressing like a freak are very different. I see nothing freaky about wearing comfy jeans with a shirt that has some weirdly awesome saying on it, like invade Canada or use the force,
Boo.
with practical shoes and leaving your hair however it looks like when you wake up. Kelia buys into the whole mini skirt, flared jeans, tight shirt, makeup, huge earrings, high shoes, hair that took 5 hours to style, picture perfect kind of thing.
Slay.
Just because I'm not another stupid clone of freaking Britney Spears or whatever doesn't mean I dress like a freak. Can you just help me get into this thing? Justice for Britney. No, she got justice. Well, I actually don't think her dad's been prosecuted, but she's been freed. Yeah, freaking Britney Spears. Just goes to show my cultural understanding at the time. I was like, you know who is pretty and wears blonde hair? Britney Spears.
Hashtag prep. Hashtag
Britney Spears
prep.
isn't even a prep. Like, she's like a...
She's like from Roseanne's family.
Wait, she kind of is from... But she would be the Becky who Kelia is obviously based off of.
Oh my God.
I know. No, I know. It's all coming together. Okay. Kelia helped me struggle into my dress. Sisters. And after about 20 minutes of twisting and zipping and brushing, she announced that I looked acceptable. Yeah, right. I probably look like a freaking prep going to the prom. Which nobody says the prom except for grandma. I stood in front of the mirror. Oh my God. No freaking way am I wearing this. I wonder if I went back through this and was like, she needs to say freaking once a minute. Once a minute.
It reminds me of my oldest younger brother who his whole life, including as an adult, just refuses to swear. So he's always when he gets so mad, he's like, freaking grow up. And it's but you're it's you're so full of crap.
Okay. I had a boss at an old job. It was a sales job. So sales guys have these emotional outbursts sometimes.
Oh God.
It just happens but he would get off the phone and he would go, God bless America. That was my favorite one. This guy, sorry, this is so random. This guy, my old boss, when I used to work for a numismatist, do you know what that is? This is a random secret part of my history.
No, what's this one?
A numismatist is a rare coin dealer.
Oh, no.
So,
who gave them their own name?
For science, linguists. So for about a year, I worked as a receptionist for a numismatist.
Wow.
And really weird job. Could not make myself care. They looked at me every day and they're like, nobody has ever cared less than this girl. I was holding a penny in a sealed container, obviously. And they'd be like, that's worth $1 million. And I'd be like, this is worth 1 cent, it says on it. But this guy, Jason, the God Bless America guy, he was a dad. I reminded him of his daughter. You know how it goes. And one day he just came. It was my first day on the job, maybe second day. He comes over to me, puts his hands on the top of my head. There's only 2 places you could touch someone in the workplace. And it's on the top of their head or their shoulders. Those are your 2 options. Maybe hand if it's extended. And he put his hands on top of my head and he goes, I forget exactly what he said, but he was like, big smile, book in her purse, peanut butter sandwich for lunch. Better be Hufflepuff! Oh my God. And I was like, oh my God, Jason, how did you know I'm a total Hufflepuff? Oh, dads. Oh, God, I love dads. How do we get on that? Oh, because we were talking about not swearing.
No freaking way.
No freaking way am I wearing this. Why not? You look fine. You just need some socks to stuff in there.
Wow. Rude.
I pulled at the baggy front of the dress. Was this yours? Kelia nodded. I wore it at my senior prom last year. Your boobs must be huge. How the hell do you walk? How can you stay balanced? Mine are nowhere near this size. A sister has never noticed her older sister's boobs before.
Wow, they must be huge. I'm like, okay, yeah, no.
I don't know what that means. Imagine, this was before I started taking birth control. Okay, imagine how small my tits were back then.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a full B these days. I used to call myself a nearly A. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a full B though, guys. So, brag. Mine are nowhere near this size. You're a year younger than me. Yeah, a year, not a decade. I never realized your boobs were so much huger than mine. That's because you never wear a bra. I do so sometimes. Anyways, I'm not wearing this. Oh, it's fine, said Kelia. Just stuff some Kleenex into it or something. I will not. Anyone else think it's weird that we're stuffing our bra for grandma?
Yeah, that's a little odd. And honestly, like, grandma would notice right away. Like,
Grandma would
are you
notice right
joking?
away. This is such a weird conversation. I think I mostly probably just wanted the opportunity to say that Jazz doesn't wear bras.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're nearly A's up in here. We don't need bras.
Yeah, not like those other girls.
Yeah, we're not like those boob girls.
Boob girls.
Oh my God. Kelia sighed loudly and attempted to make it look like she was about to do me a huge favor. If you want, I guess you can wear some of my regular clothes. You're kidding me, right? I'd look just like you. God knows I don't want that. I put all of my weight into one foot and imitated the way she ran her fingers through her hair with one hand while making furious hand gestures with the other.
Okay.
Oh, shut up. Kelia shoved me back into my usual slouch and pulled something from her closet. She got to use the closet. I had to shove all of my clothes into the dresser. Okay. If you don't value your appearance, you're not going to get the closet.
It does make sense. I do understand. It's limited storage. You got to do what makes the most practical sense.
Yeah. I also think that this just really sheds a lot of light on my mindset at this time of being like, oh, she's acting like she's doing me a huge favor while she is asking for a favor and insulting her in the same breath.
Yeah.
It's like everyone knows me everything, actually.
Well, I can't wait to see what she picked out.
Wear this. She showed me a flowered knee-length skirt, but for me, it would be a lot shorter since I'm like half a foot taller than Kelia. And a pink shirt with really short sleeves and a big bow in the middle. I could put your hair up, too. Kelia's being so nice.
Why is there a bow in the middle of a shirt?
It was 2006, man. We don't know why.
Yeah, Kelia's being quite nice. I'll do your hair. Here's a nice outfit I picked out for you.
Yes, she's just taking these disses, just like absorbing them.
I'm sure if you had a big sister, you would have been so excited for her to pay this much attention to you. That's usually the vibe of younger siblings to a certain extent.
I do get that impression, but don't forget, Darlene hated Becky.
Yeah, that's so true.
I'm gonna pull up a picture. Roseanne, Darlene, and Becky. Oh, it says fight. It just automatically populated with fight. They replaced Becky like halfway through the show. I don't know who this first actress was, but the second actress was Sarah Chalk, and I think she's one of the most beautiful people in the whole world. Oh my God, they're so cute. What a beautiful, overweight, dysfunctional, working class American family. What does his hat say? Oh my God, it's a drywall hat. Dan's wearing a fucking drywall company hat. Okay. I could put your hair up too. No freaking way. I haven't worn flowers since Uncle Mike's wedding in 3rd grade. 9 years since I've worn them in case that math was too hard for you.
Cunt.
This is our hero.
Oh my God.
Didn't you have flowers on any of the dresses you wore to school dances? I've never been to a school dance. You're kidding. Not even homecoming. Like, these sisters don't talk to each other. They've never met each other before.
Aren't they in the same bedroom?
I guess not. Junior prom? 8th grade formal? Never. Well, I did go to a sock hop in 6th grade and a luau the year before, which these are all Kann and Christina life dances, okay? We had a 6th grade sock hop. That's when I was still in elementary school. And I remember that they had to make a special announcement reminding all of the kids that it was for families, not for dates. And the 6th grade sock hop was, I mean, I was horny in 6th grade. It started young, and I asked 3 different guys to come to the sock hop with me because I was like, they're not all going to say yes, but they were all friends with each other.
So they all talk to each other?
They all figured it out. Okay, let me see.
What
I think it was Matt. Hottest family in the world. There's 3 men in that family, and they're all stunning. The 2 sons. And when I was 11, I was like, that dad is hot. And that was the first dad I ever thought was hot in my life. Matt, his best friend, Jess, hot or tall, can't remember. And I don't remember who the third one is, but they all talk to each other about it. And they literally came up to me and were like, hey, what is this? And I was like, oh, I wanted to go to the dance with one of you guys. And they were like, oh, well, we all 3 can't go or whatever. Like, it did not pan out for me. So there.
Wow, Tina. What a woman.
Teach your daughters how to date. Okay. You're such a freak. That's the first diss from Kelia.
She's been so nice and patient this whole time.
I yanked the dress off and threw, which by the way was a skirt.
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe she never put the skirt on, but
okay.
I yanked the dress off and threw on some jeans and my "I'm losing faith in humanity, one person at a time" t-shirt.
Funny.
Much better. Kann and Christina owned t-shirt. I owned that t-shirt. I was big into like the oversized black graphic tees that you could buy at like Hot Topic or Spencer's.
Yeah. I was definitely a big like Delia's graphic tees girl. My mom wouldn't let me wear anything that was sarcastic or mean.
I wish my mom had not let me wear anything sarcastic or mean because the jokes, they were not good.
Well, at least you were able to kind of like express yourself, even if it was an embarrassing expression, you know?
Yeah, I remember I had one that said, "I'm not suffering from insanity. I'm enjoying every minute of it."
I had one that said it was the tightest little baby doll pink t-shirt you'd ever seen in your whole life. And I got tits early. And it said, "I heart Christian boys."
Oh my God.
And my mom said I could wear it to church. So I definitely was like, hello.
That's crazy. To wear a baby doll tee to church.
I know, but
Jesus was a Christian boy. Just kidding. He was Jewish.
Yeah. No, I was any opportunity to be slutty because I was also so horny. I took it.
The horniest kids you've ever seen. Okay. Kelia said, "If you wear normal clothes, Grandma is going to wrinkle her nose at you and say, 'Why, Jasmine, there's a new look for you.' And then she'll look at me and say, 'Kelia, you look beautiful.' And then she'll whisper to Mom, 'Why doesn't Jasmine dress more like her sister?' And then Mom will roll her eyes and try to ignore Grandma." "I don't care," I said as I laced up my black Converse Chucks, which are the shoes I wore today. Uh-oh.
Also, you would say Converse or Chucks. You don't say Converse Chucks.
I think I was probably worried about reading comprehension. I was like, I need them to know.
These are my shoes that I have in real life. These are mine.
Also, like, this was like this was the first Converse resurgence in my life. I think they were popular in the early 90s when I was a baby. And then they resurged in like 2003, 2004.
Yeah, I remember.
So I was like, that's what's cool now. This is what cool kids wear. This is cool. I know now that Converse first of all, they never really go out of style, and they come back into style hard once every 10 to 15 years since like the 40s.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it never occurred to me that people would know what that is, because that's just like, it's like saying like etnies. There's like nobody knows what etnies are anymore. That was like a really specific time period. But like Chucks are iconic.
Yeah.
I heard the front door open as Mom shouted up the stairs, "Kids, get down here." I followed Kelia down the stairs and stood in our family's line. Oh my God, Von Trapp. Who? There was me with my big sisters. Oh, there's another fucking sister? Okay.
Another.
There was me with my big sisters and my little brothers and my parents and my dog, all lined up from tallest to shortest. We all knew the drill. Grandma would look at each of us and comment. We were standing like as thus.
We were standing like as thus.
Like totally thusly.
Like totally thusly.
Dad was the tallest, then me, then sister Kelia, then mom, then almost sister Addie. I don't know what that means. Then brother Alex, then baby Ryan, who somehow knew to keep still despite his age of 1.5 years old. There's also the dog Athena.
Oh, sorry.
There's also the dog Athena, but Grandma pretends that she doesn't exist. She doesn't like dogs.
Oh.
Okay. Ryan is my canon baby brother's name in real life.
If there's a baby brother, his name is Ryan.
His name's Ryan.
Yeah.
But obviously, fuck Michael. He's not included. That's my other brother.
Well, even back then, you knew there's enough Michaels, you know?
True that. I also think Athena is actually a great dog name.
Athena is a good dog name. I really like Greek names for dogs.
Yeah, me too. This is a big family. Let me see. Dad, me, Kelia, mom, Addie, Ryan. Okay, 7 people, 5 kids. What does almost sister mean? What's your guess?
I don't know. Do you think you mean it doesn't appear that the parents are remarried, but it could be that maybe Addie is from
like a stepsister.
Dad, their marriage before. I don't know. It could be that. Or adopted. That would be really fucked up if she was like my almost sister, Addie.
That would be fucked up. And also, don't forget, in Roseanne, they could never afford to adopt a kid.
Oh, yeah, this is Roseanne. So it must be like a different baby daddy or something.
That's thematically appropriate. I don't remember an almost sibling in Roseanne, so we're going to have to see how this goes.
Yeah.
What are you wearing? Hissed Mom. Clothes. What happened to the dress? Kelia butted in. The dress made Jazz feel a little uncomfortable about her breast size. Okay, that's cunty.
That's so cunty, but
like
but
my brothers are listening.
I know, but she was so mean to Kelia.
I think it's really funny, especially if only Mom heard it.
Yeah.
Kelia herself was wearing a dress not unlike the one I had just removed, but it was shorter and less frilly and no flowers. I said, or not? If you didn't realize, Mom, my breasts aren't the size of Africa like Kelia's. She has enough for 3 grown women. I am a grown woman. You're 19.
Oh.
19's considered a woman.
She's right.
I just realized that I'm doing Keanu Reeves with my voice when I'm doing jazz.
It's really funny.
I'm really bad at voices. I'm trying to get better.
Listen, or not. If you didn't realize, Mom, my breasts aren't the size of Africa like Kelia's. Okay. Oh, it's giving more Derek Zoolander.
I knew you were doing something different, and I was like, I need just 1 minute to figure it out, and that was a perfect Zoolander impression.
She has enough for 3 grown women. I've got the black lung.
Shut up, girls. Wait, shut up, girls, said Mom. Well, it's too late now, I guess. Give my money back, Jazz. Yeah, right. Grandma was making sure that our line was straight. She had removed her beanie and poncho and was showing off a long skirt. It was still short enough that we could see her cliche orthopedic shoes and an awful sweater vest. Her short gray hair was askew and her glasses had slid down to the edge of her nose. This is exactly the outfit that the grandma in Roseanne wears. No, not her. There's got to be another grandma. This one. Oh, this one. Where'd she? Hold on. It's this one. See the beanie? That's not a normal. Grandmas don't usually wear beanies. Yeah, I don't know. It's not a great. Yeah, that's totally who I'm describing right now. Estelle Parsons. This exact outfit. That's what I just described. Okay. We'll get to a stopping point shortly. I'm just gonna get through the grandma intro. That's iconic. Okay. We haven't even gotten to the central plot of Jazz's Confessions yet. Okay. I can't wait for our next installment. Okay. Nathaniel. Wait, hold on. What should my grandma voice be? Dad.
Dad. Okay.
What should I say? What's grandma voice? Oh, Nathaniel.
Maybe like a little bit of a snooty, like
Nathaniel, like Jessica Walter. Walter.
Yeah,
Nathaniel sniffed. I'll give her a transatlantic.
There you go. Do that. Yeah.
Nathaniel, sniffed Grandma. She had never approved of my dad. You're looking bigger. Found a job yet? No. Dad didn't like Grandma much either.
Wait, can I be Grandma? Can I be Grandma?
Oh my God, please go right ahead. Let's take it back. So let's start over with Nathaniel.
Nathaniel! Sniffed Grandma. Oh, she wasn't really sniffing.
I don't know what that is for a dialogue tag. That doesn't mean anything.
Sniffed Grandma. She had never approved of my dad. You're looking bigger? Found a job yet?
No, Dad didn't like Grandma much either.
Well, that's to be expected. She
smoothed out.
Sorry, you go.
She smoothed out Dad's collar before standing in front of me.
Jasmine!
Grandma wrinkled her nose.
My, there's a new look for you.
She spotted Keelia next to me and cried,
Keelia, dear, you look beautiful. The color of that dress really brings out the rosy color in your cheeks.
Grandma leaned over to Mom and whispered loudly,
Why doesn't Jasmine dress more like her sister?
I pointed out almost automatically, I can hear you.
Right,
said Grandma, completely unfazed.
Keelia, you look just darling. So pretty. I imagine you get that from me.
I tried to stifle a laugh, but failed terribly. Grandma shot me a look as she gave Keelia $20 and moved to stand before Mom. Grandma studied her.
Brianna, dear, are you even trying to lose any weight? And you simply must do something about your hair. It's so dull.
She flicked a bit of dust off of Mom's shirt before moving to stand in front of Addie.
Adeline, you've been doing well at school?
I guess, my older almost sister said coolly.
Oh, good. I always knew that you were the smart one.
Grandma hugged Addie and pressed a 20 into her hand before standing in front of Alex.
So many 20s in hands.
But not for me, not for Jazz.
Not for Jazz. Alexander, are you still in hockey?
No.
Oh, well, do you still play baseball?
No.
Are you doing any sports?
I could tell that she wanted only me to be the problematic kid and therefore was pressing Alex to be perfect like Addie and Keelia. Alex said no. He thought a bit. Well, I do want to try gymnastics.
Well, that's a start. Here, take it.
She shoved a 20 into his hand rather forcefully.
Hello, Rai.
Grandma cooed. She grabbed Ryan and held him in front of her face.
Hi, it's your grandma. I'm here to save you from the insanity of your family.
Give me my kid back, said Mom coldly, lifting Ryan into her arms. Again, Grandma sniffed disapprovingly.
Well, that's hardly proper grammar, Brianna dear. Do try and take care of that adorable boy, won't you?
Oh, darn, Mother, because I was planning to kick him out of the house as soon as he turned 2. Grandma says that's hardly proper grammar after Mom says, give me my kid back.
I don't get it.
Name one thing that's wrong with that?
Give me my kid back. Is that technically wrong? Give me back my kid? Is correct?
Those are like advanced grammatical nuances and like I don't this is definitely not wrong.
Yeah. Huh.
Give me my kid back. Maybe it said something else and I changed it, but forgot to change the reaction. Give me my kid back. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if you said it like more gruffly, but
I don't know.
That's still not a grammar thing.
Yeah, I'm doing Mom's voice really nicely considering that she's based on Roseanne.
True. Give me my kid back.
Give me my kid back. Grandma chose not to respond. Instead, she took a $20 bill and gave it to Ryan, who immediately stuck it into his mouth.
Blech. Never mind.
She took it back and instead handed it to Mom.
Now, Brianna, this money is for Ryan. Understand? Not you, Ryan. Got it?
Mom faked a perplexed face. I'm going to do Roseanne voice now. The money for Ryan? She stroked her chin and muttered, the money is for Ryan. The money is for Ryan.
Oh, never mind.
Grandma said again. Grandma, you didn't give me $20, I complained.
Dollars, Jasmine. Say dollars. It sounds more proper.
Grandma opened her purse.
Oh, dear. It seems I only have $10 left. Well, I'll just owe you $10, all right?
Whatever. I grabbed the money and shoved it into my pocket.
Don't say whatever, dear. It's disrespectful.
I'm really glad we got you to do Grandma. That's just an iconic performance.
Thank you
She
so much.
skirted around the dog, Athena, and strode into the kitchen.
Who wants tea? I need a special helper to stir for me. Kelia was my helper last time. Adeline was before that. Alexander? Jasmine?
I turned to Alex as Mom, Dad, Kelia, and Addie followed Grandma. I'll flip you for it. Winner gets to get the hell out of here. Fine. I'll call it. I called heads as the quarter fell to the floor. Alex squatted down and confirmed that it was heads. Sweet! I picked up my double-headed quarter, grabbed my wallet and sweatshirt, and hauled ass out the door and down our driveway before Mom could catch me. I hate you! Called Alex after me. That's probably good for today. We're doing a scene change.
Yes.
We'll wait for next time. I'll mark our spot. Wow. So what do you think, Leela?
It's quite fun. It's fun. I think there are too many kids to
Too many characters in a Christina Kann original?
get us to care about all of them. But because like so far the only ones I really care about are Jasmine and Kelia, because that's who we've seen time with. But you got 80 fucking pages of this shit. So maybe we get to see them all fleshed out.
We're on page 8 of 80, so we're 10% in.
All right.
I'm pretty intrigued by Addie. Don't know who that is.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on with Addie?
What's up with Addie? She appears to be older.
Yeah.
Did Dad knock someone up out of wedlock or before wedlock?
That's what I was thinking, like before the old wedlock.
That would be cuckoo bananas, but it happens.
Oh yeah, and maybe because you saw Roseanne, you're like, yeah, people can have babies before they're married, So
does that
included
happen in Roseanne? I can't remember. I don't remember almost anything from
Doesn't
that show.
Somebody get pregnant, like
I'm sure,
and it's just their boyfriend.
The aunt. Oh, what was her name? Jackie. I was like, I'm gonna remember.
It's the one who like gets beat up, and then John Goodman. It does that sexy thing where he grabs his coat and implicitly goes and beats up the dude.
Yeah,
I highly recommend.
I forgot about that, but I do remember that.
That's a great scene. Everyone goes ooh in the audience.
Oh yeah,
when he
because
grabs
it's filmed
his coat.
in front of a live studio audience.
Yeah.
I obviously masculine violence is a terrifying thing, but sometimes when it's righteous and sexy, I'll allow it.
Yeah, I will.
Have you ever watched Letterkenny?
Oh yeah.
You know the way that he unbuttons his cuffs of his flannel because he's going to punch someone in the face.
Yeah.
But he's a good guy, and it's always righteous or in good fun because they're Canadian farm boys.
Yeah, I love him so much. I would do so many things for him.
Shockingly hot.
Yeah.
Shockingly hot.
He's very funny, and I mean, I think he also might help write it as well.
Oh, no, I think he created the characters and like writes the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
Also, John Goodman. I've always had a space in my heart for him.
I
love
agree.
him.
Now, he fluctuates a lot. Like, he really is like a chameleon. Like, each role he takes, like, he will like gain and drop weight like that, and is so expressive.
Obviously, there's the iconic Big Lebowski role. He's very fun in that.
I love him in that, yeah.
Roseanne, obviously. I enjoyed him in that. He's a pretty good guy because Roseanne's like a crazy nag, so he's like the guy.
He's great, but his character sucks in Coyote Ugly.
I've never realized that he's in like two of my favorite animated movies of all time, Monsters Inc. and Emperor's New Groove, which came out a mere year apart. Incredible. He's
and the Flintstones live action.
Oh yeah, God, I don't remember. Oh yeah, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? He's really fun in that.
Oh yeah, he's great in that.
Oh my God, The Borrowers.
That movie, I would love to rewatch that with you sometime.
Yeah. Was The Borrowers based on a book?
I think it was.
Maybe we can do it on the Patreon.
Tiny little people who like, I loved the idea of like tiny things like that, like fairies and things like that at that age.
Yeah, I'm gonna put The Borrowers. I feel like something I've been noticing just with our patterns is that a lot of the time middle grade throwback stuff we like to put on the bonus show because we like remember it fondly. It's like the YA stuff that gets like weird and messy and horny and confusing, and we're like, ugh, put that on the main feed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The other stuff's too dear.
Yeah. Was he in The Hangover?
What? Honestly, this bitch, like, this man works. My he stays working.
What the hell did he do in The Hangover?
Yeah, I want to know too because I don't remember that.
It's just, he's like uncredited. Whatever, man. I don't know.
He was just like in the background, just like John Goodman hanging out.
Too.
Like,
I don't know. Okay, so that's probably enough of John Goodman's shit. I want to look at the bitch who played Darlene because she is the Sarah Gilbert. She's the reason for the season. Also very beautiful. Also, I'm pretty sure, out lesbian.
I love that.
Yeah, she definitely gives gay vibes in the show.
Agreed.
And she dates a twink, so you're like, all right. You guys are bearding pretty hard for each other.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. There was a reboot. Ew.
Bad Teacher.
Oh, I haven't seen any of these. Not a one. Okay, well, maybe we'll watch one of these someday. Jack and the Beanstalk 2004 animated film.
God.
I just feel sad for tiny Christina that I felt obviously like the whole world was out to get me, as if my grandma would ever give everyone $20 but me. Okay, that bitch loved to give me $20.
You were like, you had to be like the apple of her eye.
I was, and I'm not ashamed to say this, definitely the favorite.
Totally. I get that. I'm the favorite with both of mine.
I was willing to do the work. Also, when she went into like her retirement home and like hospice and stuff, she was here in Richmond, and I think I was the only one who lived here. So I'm the final memory in there.
Mm-hmm. Love that. Love that for you.
Yeah. Thank you. But like, just like imagine a grandma being like, I'm going to give everyone $20 except for you, middle child, because I hate your guts.
That would fuck me up for the rest of my life.
I know. It's shocking.
Yeah.
One thing I really like, I do really, really like that mom also doesn't like grandma, but like, she's like, we have to make nice. We have to hang out with grandma. I don't remember specifically, but there's no way that nuance wasn't ripped directly from Roseanne, because I could not create my own nuance at this time. Sure. I could only steal nuance.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I like that mom doesn't automatically side with grandma. That is nice.
Yeah, imagine a morally gray mom. Okay, well, we'll pick this up again. We're a short way in, and I have like a vague idea of what goes on in the future, and let's just say there's a boy coming. Uh-oh.
Well, there's no boy in this. No boy, like such in quotes, in this first reading, and no talk of crushes or sexuality or even a hint of horniness. So for me, when it comes to horny, sad, or just plain bad, the game we're playing right now, I would say sad, because it's not plain bad. It's actually quite funny and fun, especially with the Roseanne context, just because I do also really like Roseanne. I was absolutely not allowed to watch it, but I definitely
because they were disrespectful to each other, right?
Yeah. But I did here and there. Mm-hmm. And I like reading this with like that context, so I think it's very fun. I guess the only thing that's sad about it is, like you said, just like baby Christina feeling like, oh my God, loving being a girl, loving these specific things makes me like this cliche trope, and people who like those things are lame and stupid and not deep. And so I can't even be bothered to care about any of it. And if I do, then I'm just like them. Like, that's very sad and so limiting.
I know. Do you think the girlies now, like the young girlies, know
I think
that it's okay?
They do. I think that I like to think that they do. I think that the youths have come a very long way since the mid 90s.
I agree.
Very long way.
I mean, we've got to have better examples than Darlene Connor from Roseanne.
We do. And you know what? I'm glad though. There's some stuff that's like kind of cool about Roseanne. I always was shocked by the fact that they all were so honest with each other all the time.
Yeah, emotional honesty, but like without emotional regulation. I think
and
is
so
like the
there's
trouble.
Bad stuff with that for sure as well. But versus the opposite, which is like the family dynamic I saw most often was just politeness and kindness all the time.
Yeah.
And then if that's not what you're doing, then that's like evil. That's like bad. You're a bad kid. And like those kids didn't give a fuck. And I'm like, oh my God, they seem so free.
The parents kind of didn't give a fuck either. I think that's probably what really drew me to the show is like, imagine a family that doesn't care. And I know how that sounds. And obviously I had a family that cares and now I have a secure attachment style. Thank you, Mom. But like when I was at this age, my parents were both like very concerned with appearances. My mom was at the very, 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 very beginning of like a much longer like character journey that she's still on, trying to understand how to be like different and diverse and like stuff like that and like celebrate difference. And we lived in like a very wealthy neighborhood and my dad had like a really high paying job and we were very, very like my parents were very concerned with appearances. My mom was like getting a bunch of cosmetic surgery for the first time in her life. And it like, I think really kind of fucked up my understanding of like body goals and stuff like that. So I think I really looked at Roseanne and I was like, what if we all were garbage bags?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be a relief?
Yeah.
And it would be a relief. But I think that the nuance that I could not find at that time was that like, if how you look physically is important to you, that's valid too, you know?
Yeah.
And also there are health things wrapped up in that. Like, not for nothing, Roseanne ends with the dad, Dan, dying of a heart attack.
Yeah.
Because they did live, frankly, very unhealthy lifestyles. So like there's nuance there that I wasn't understanding, but I was like, what if I had a mom who didn't care that I was ugly and fucked?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
It would be great. Yeah.
So I think because of that, I'm gonna go sad because we haven't gotten to the horny part yet. So maybe I'll go horny on the next one.
Yeah.
So sad. Did you also say sad?
Yeah, I did. Double sad.
So sad.
So sad. He tries. Sad face.
Well, Leela, cheers to a very wonderful first year of the podcast.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to think of a pun. Yes. Cheers. Cheers, bitch. I can't believe it's been a whole year. That's so much content that we did.
I know. You're welcome, listeners.
Yeah.
You know what you could do to support us is sign up for the Patreon. Just kidding. No, but you must. Please do. But we really love this podcast a lot. Like 1 year, it's the beginning. You know, it's the beginning of even more years.
It is. And, you know, just like any podcast, we're just going to get better and better.
Wow, true that.
Yeah, we won't run out of content. And, oh my God, let me not curse us. But I really don't think we're going to run out of content.
Yeah, because I was like, actually today I was like, am I almost running out of content? Because I was thinking about like our last episode we did about like Matt Hole, and I was like, ugh, I have to start talking about different boyfriends. Yeah. He's getting old. And I was like, are we running out of content? But then I was like, okay, today I need to pick a novel. And then I was like, oh, fuck, I have like 8 novels to pick from. Yeah. So
easy to do. And, you know, there's cringe moments all throughout history. So, you know, we'll always find interesting things to roast and talk about.
Yeah, totally. And we are going to finish out the year for season 1. We're going to go straight through the end of December. We might have to miss an episode or two just randomly in the middle there. But we are planning to finish out the season, finish out the year. Then we're probably going to take a break in January, come back sometime in February with season 2. And I'm just like very, very excited for all that is to come.
Yes. So thank you, little baby burners. We love you.
Yeah, we love you. That's it for Burn Before Reading.
Until next time, remember,
your cringe is part of you,
but only like a freaking small part of you. Thanks for listening to Burn Before Reading.
Created by me, Christina Kann.
Hosted and produced by Christina Kann and me, Leela Hilton.
Logo designed by Michael Hardison. Follow him on Instagram at RoyGBivRVA or check out his work at wildlingpress.com.
Theme music by Sakura Wishes.
Find me online at Christina Kann.
And find me at Leels for Reels.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and Tumblr at BurnBeforePod.
Or feel free to give us an email at burnbeforepod@gmail.com.
Thanks for listening, friends.
See you next time.
Dave X Media.